this room. Let it all go, let it all go. No submission, this is 250. Greatness or death, this is how we roll. Before I'm laid to rest, I'll conquer the globe.
Yo, Michael T. Porter here, 250 Gemstones Exchange. Just right to give you guys great content, and in exchange, you guys have a like, comment, or subscribe. Hopefully all three of the above. Don't be afraid to share my videos. Pass me around Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. And y'all know how I feel about my chiseling. If you'd like to support the channel, Cash App, $ Michael US. Also, check out my website, 250gemstones.com. Also, check out my Spotify podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. My hometown, Sacramento. Yuba City, Marysville. What's going on out there? What's going on? Y'all wouldn't believe this. I gotta watch my language because I'm still on probation until November 17th. November 17th is when I'm out of YouTube probation. So I gotta clean up my act. They say I've been running my mouth too much. I'm too hardcore. I'm doing too much. I'm too much for these bitches and too much for these hoes. No, I'm too much for these niggas and too much for these hoes. Wayne taught me that. That's just how the shit goes. That's the old Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar was that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Before he went all black, he ruled Israelite and all that stuff. But we're moving on to Marysville. 70-year-old man. 70-year-old man. California woman doused with hand sanitizer and set on fire in domestic incident, police say. This is according to the SacramentoBee.com, and the article is written by Rosalio Ahumada. That's Spanish. I think it's Spanish. I know my people. Shout out Sacramento. Shout out Yuba City. Shout out Marysville. Officer on Thursday arrested a 70-year-old man on suspicion of domestic violence in Marysville after he doused a woman with hand sanitizer and set her on fire after an argument, police said. Along with domestic violence charge, he was arrested on suspicion of committing torture, mayhem, and arson, causing great bodily injury stemming from the abuse the woman suffered, the Marysville Police Department announced in a news release. Shortly after noon, hold on. Okay, I was about to get on. I thought they had a typo. Shortly after noon Thursday. That doesn't make sense. Y'all gotta forgive Sacramento and the surrounding areas. The public school system ain't that good. Officers and medics were called to 1200 block of G Street from a report of a burned female victim. Police said officers arrived in a residential neighborhood near 12th Street and learned that the man set the 59-year-old woman on fire. Ooh, what? These domestic, we're gonna dive into it. It's unclear whether the man and the woman were a couple or lived together. The police department did not release any information about how they know each other. Maybe they just sneaky linked. You never too old to have a side piece or a sneaky link. It's unsure how they know each other. Well, we do know they can't stand each other. He couldn't stand her. Police said the man intentionally doused a woman with hand sanitizer before setting her on fire. He prevented her from seeking help for hours before calling for medical aid, according to the police department. If you guys want to check out the article, SacramentoBee.com. This is crazy. And it seems like usually domestic. Hold on, would y'all like to get y'all want to hear my opinion? Would y'all like to hear my opinion? Of course you do. That's why your ass is here. Let me calm down. They say I'm doing too much. I'm on probation. I am on probation. Listen, just leave. Usually the domestic cases within a younger group, at 59 and 70, shouldn't y'all have y'all shit together? Don't you know who you are? Don't you know what makes you angry? Don't you know by this time what you're not gonna go for, male or female? I don't understand why y'all in the house. Well, one thing I can see is that financially, you can't leave, but just sleep on the other side of the home. I just don't get it. Somebody piss you off that much. You know what makes you mad. You know what gets up under your skin. Domestic dispute at 70 70 and 59. The man's 70, the woman's 59. Y'all supposed to be playing in the garden. Y'all supposed to have supposed to be growing out the bullshit. Can I say that, YouTube? You're supposed to be growing out the bullshit. What kind of stuff is this? Supposed to be an example in the community. Nobody cares about the communities. I don't care. I think they white. Marysville predominantly white. The geographics have changed since I've been gone, but when you gonna grow out of it? What age? At what age do you say, you know, maturities begin to take over? Understanding begins to take over. Decency. I'm trying to find the words. I'm just baffled how somebody this old, this man drenched her in hand sanitizer and wouldn't let her cough it. So this woman is on fire. You know, that's a horrific thing going on here. Wouldn't even allow the woman try to reach for the phone, and he's smacking the phone, hiding the phone from her. That's some evil stuff. Look, man, that's why I don't have kids. But when I have my baby, I'm gonna be like so protected. I'm vetting every mofo that comes to the house. Your friends, they parents, what they about. These peepers, I'm protecting my little babies. Even when I get old, I'm gonna be 80. My kids probably, let's say, they be in their 60s. I'm still gonna protect my babies from these freaks and weirdos. But especially you men and women, but especially men, just leave if you can. Just leave. It's not worth spending the rest of your life in prison. It's not worth having that. This say you do get out, having that on your record. You burn somebody, you set somebody on fire, having all your business out there like that. I want to go. If I ever go to jail, I know and I shouldn't be saying this, but if I ever go to jail, it's gonna be over some money. It's gonna be some large amounts of cash, or getting off in the nigga ass for trying me, right? But to set a woman on fire, flood my comment section. I'm really curious to know what y'all think about domestic disputes and arguments and violence, especially in the older groups. 250, I'm gone.